This is my number one energy saving tip for you. I've been doing this for many years. This project always delivers results. It always pays back really fast. And you know what? It's quite easy to do. Let's have a look at what it is. My favourite project out of all the ones that we recommend at Anistic is base load analysis. Okay, it's my number one. It's my go-to project if someone wants to save carbon or save energy. It's extremely effective. I've never seen it not pay off. And if you've got software like Anistic or one of the others, then you just right-click on the meter, and it does the work for you. So it's dead easy to do. What you're looking for really here is data from your smart meter about what is on all the time, okay? Now, if you haven't got a smart meter, now's a really good time to fit one because you won't be able to do what I'm about to describe without it, okay? So you can get retrofit ones and, in my book, Net Zero for Business, I've put a couple of suppliers down there if you want a retrofit meter, normally around about, I don't know, £300-400, or if you want your supplier to fit one, £600 or £700, and they'll pop along and fit you a smart meter. Interestingly, some of my clients now are actually getting them fitted free, so you might be able to save yourself some money. But if you haven't got a smart meter, you need to get one to do this. Okay. Now, when you've got it, go into the software, and so you won't be able to do this without software. Right click on the meter or whatever software package you've got, do whatever you need to do, and you'll end up with a really trendy looking 3D graph. Now the graph's got three axes. Along the bottom you've got days. Typically it's the past month, so you'll have the most current day on the right hand side, going back day by day by day by day, and each day is a slice. Okay, so you'll have 30 slices of information. Each slice is the day, and so going up one of the other axes, you've got the time, starting from midnight, rolling through to sort of 8 or 9 o'clock, which is typically when things pick up. Rolling through to 6 o'clock, typically when people things start slowing down, right back through to midnight. And then the next day is another slice, etc. And going upwards, by the way, you've got power. So it's the power that was being used at that time. What you're looking for, okay, it's not rocket science, it generally isn't. The graph looks dead trendy, but what you're looking for is how low does that graph go? Okay, you're looking to look at it and go, well actually, that never goes below, for example, 15 kilowatts. You never look at it and go, it never goes below sort of 2 kilowatt. Whatever your number is, it's typically 15, 20, 25 kilowatts, that sort of size for a reasonable size site. And here's the trick. Each one of the units as you go up is a kilowatt. Now, today's price for energy, maybe it's 40p a kilowatt hour, something like that. Okay, that's for electricity. If you're spending 40p on that kilowatt, you're spending 40p every single hour. Okay, which means that you're spending £9.60 every day. So, 40p times 24 gives you the £9.60. That £9.60 over the course of a year is £3,500. So every kilowatt you've got on there, is £3,500 worth of spend. It varies a lot, but the worst time I've seen this is, and this is a real true story, and do you know what? They're still doing this, they've not fixed the problem, is one of my clients has got a 90 kilowatt base load. That means all through the day, all through the night, every single day of the year, they're spending 90 kilowatts, on top, and then what they use is on top of that. They've got something running, they've got a motor running, they've got a pump running, they've got, various fans running, they've got, filter equipment, pumps, whatever it's going to be. Whatever it is, they've still got it running. But if they've got 90 kilowatts, here's the crunch here. If you've got a 90 kilowatt base load, that's 90 times £3,500 each year, and that's £300,000 a year that they're just throwing away. Okay, now I don't know what yours is, and if you've got a super duper site, maybe it's zero. I very rarely, if ever, see that, but it saves big amounts of money super fast, and of course whenever you're saving money, you're saving carbon, which we like. Okay, now you can't get rid of the entire base load. It's just impractical. You're going to need to run some things like alarm systems, fire systems, security lighting, phones, that sort of thing, but you shouldn't be up into 90 kilowatts. And that's a huge amount, you know, it's a massive amount. So when you look at this, have a look at what you can save. People typically say 50 to 80%, okay? So the savings from the client I spoke about earlier, they should easily be able to save 150, 200,000 pounds a year. To get rid of your base load, to figure out how you're going to sort of sort this out, have a look at, to start with, you'll need an electrician, so chat to your electrician. If they haven't got one, look at buying a little clamp meter. And these are meters that just clip around various wires in the distribution board. Again, it's all electrician stuff, do not try this yourself. Okay, clip around the distribution board wires, and what they can do is see which ones are still active, which ones are still drawing power. And what you do is you do something called a dark audit, which has got a great name, isn't it? So a dark audit, and that means that you go and do this analysis. You look through the distribution boards to see what's still drawing power, when in theory everything should be turned off. Okay, and it does take a bit of time, I'll give you that. And some electricians are not keen because, do you know what, it involves working at, say, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, whatever it's going to be, and they'd much rather be in sort of with their feet up, and I don't blame them. But a dark audit, go to site when everything should be shut down, clip the meter around various sort of circuits, see what's still running, and say, well, why is it still running? You know, odds on, there's a pump, there's a fan, there's some sort of motor spinning. Lights, you know, like they used to be a problem, but not so much anymore because they're very obvious. You can see when the lights are on, but it's harder to know when that big grey box whirring in the corner, you know, why is it whirring? A lot of people don't know what the big grey box does. It always seems to whir, you know, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for those things that you think, actually, well, it shouldn't be whirring, you know, not at sort of 2 o'clock in the morning. So there you go. Number one project, base load analysis, also known as trying to find stuff that's being left on all the time that shouldn't be. Okay, savings are extreme, typically around £3,000 to £4,000 for every kilowatt you can identify. And if you get a smart meter, get yourself an electrician. Very easy to figure it out. Okay, I hope that was useful. If it was, please consider having a look at my book, Net Zero for Business. You know, or take a look at the Anistic site. Anistic Earth is a very sort of easy system to get in. That's https://anistic.earth, and that's dead easy software that takes you through all this and sort of the analysis I've just said about right clicking on a meter. It's all in there. You'll love it. Okay, see you next time.